it, nor was I recruited to do it. I was drafted by the owner when I was only 16 years old. He discovered me, drafted me, and signed me to it from the heart of small church America. When I say small, I mean small. If 40 people were there on Sunday mornings, it was a big day. If you showed up and wanted to sing a solo, you were on. American Idol had nothing on my church. If a time for testimonies occurred, you had better be ready. If need be, push rewind and repeat. If you went to sleep while the pastor was giving his message for the day, he might wake you up. Yes, one day he called my name out in front of the whole church. Ronnie, you need to wake up while I'm preaching. Guess what? I have not gone to sleep in church since I was a little boy. You probably did not believe me, but I told you it was small. When God drafted me into this world of ministry, He risked so much. As I reflect, knowing what I know today, I am amazed He wanted me to be on His team. Only 5 months before, He had drafted me to be a part of His family. Even though my parents took me to church at least 3 times a week, for some reason, I did not get it. Finally, I entered into that personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Football was my life. I wanted to play as much as I could for as long as possible. After that, I wanted to be a football coach more than anything in the world. When God began to change my personal agenda, He did it radically. When I settled that He had indeed called me into ministry, I almost raced down the aisle of that small membership church. On that Sunday morning in March, I entered the world of ministry. There is nothing like it in the world. At the age of 20 years, I began to pastor a church on the weekends. Ironically, if we had 50 people in attendance on any Sunday, you would have thought spiritual awakening had permeated that town of 300 people. Since entering the world of ministry, I am serving my 5th church as a pastor. I understand your world. The size of your church, or even the size of your town, does not matter nearly as much as you might think. What matters most is whether you are being all God intends you to be where you are. God wants you to not only be faithful, but fruitful. Where you serve and whom you serve as a minister may change. The most important thing is that you change. So many ministers think, if I could just go here, or I could just do that, I would be so much better and could do so much more. Changing locations does not guarantee the change that may need to take place. Becoming better at what you do and doing more with what you have is between you and God. Where you are located and whom you serve as a minister rarely enters into this dynamic. Reflecting upon my 30 years as a pastor of a local church makes me want to go back and do it again. Yes, I was drafted, but it has been fun. I have made hundreds of mistakes, experiencing unlimited forgiveness from God's people. I have also had the incredible privilege to meet thousands of people from all walks of life. I have been able to go to places I did not know even existed and done things I did not know could even be done. I have been with people in some of their greatest joys and successes, as well as experienced with them their deepest disappointments and grief. There is nothing like the world of ministry. Not all of it has been fun. I have been accused, maligned, lied about, and sometimes filled with fear. At times, I have read about this guy in the paper I did not recognize, and yet he had the same name as me. Oh no, it was me. I have been very disappointed and at times even depressed. In this world of ministry, I can go from the top of Mount Everest to the bottom of the ocean, all within just a matter of minutes. Even if only one of the 25 emails I receive in a day is negative, it is the only one I seem to remember the rest of the day. If you have not gotten it yet, there is nothing like the world of ministry. I have a burning fire in my heart to share some of the things I have learned in ministry. In most of these things, I feel like I am just a beginner in ranks. In fact, the longer I operate in this world, the more I know I do not know, and the more I want to learn. There is nothing like learning.